What's up, everyone? I'm back at y'all with another video. Now, for this one, I'm going to be ranking the Conjuring movies and the Insidious franchise from worst to best all together. So, yeah, just keep in mind, these are my opinions. This is the first time I've kind of done this because I hadn't ranked all these films together. I hadn't ranked all the Conjuring movies and Insidious movies together. And then Insidious Chapter 5 is coming out soon. So I thought, why not rank the Conjuring franchise and the Insidious franchise all together and see which one ranks higher. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of both of these franchises. I like them both kind of about the same in a way. So yeah, these are my opinions. Just keep in mind. Now let's get started. Coming in at my number 12 is the first Annabelle film. Now this film felt the cheapest out of the Conjuring universe, and the scares wasn't there. This film was just bland and very, very boring. So yeah, a lot of people would put this at the bottom of the barrel as well. Coming up number 11 has to go to The Curse of La Llorona. Now, of course, the first Annabelle felt the cheapest. This one felt like it had more of a budget than the first Annabelle, of course. This film definitely had some awesome moon atmosphere. It had some decent jump scares. But overall, it just ain't that good of a film because story-wise, it's not that great. Coming in at my number 10 is, now this is kind of a fan favorite. A lot of people love this film. Coming up number 10 is Insidious Chapter 3. So, Insidious Chapter 3, from here on out, these movies that are just okay to very, very, very good. So, Insidious Chapter 3, I enjoy a lot of jump scares. And like the film looks cool. You know, it has some good cinematography. And I really do appreciate this film. The soundtrack and everything is just awesome in this film. Coming in at my number 9 is, now a lot of people despise this movie, which is, I thought this movie was okay, it was decent. Coming up number 9 is The Nun. Now, The Nun has some awesome moon atmosphere. I love the look of this film. Like, even the film ain't perfect, but the look of this film was good. The jump scares were good, and I kind of like the ending, how they made everything connect together in the Conjuring universe. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. It's just ain't my favorite. It ain't as good as the ones above this, so yeah. Coming number 8 is Insidious, The Last Key. Now, I really enjoy this movie a lot. I think it's underrated, underappreciated. I enjoy this film a lot. I don't get the hate in it. They explore Elisa's backstory, and I appreciate that. And I love this movie a lot. This movie deserves a lot more love. Coming up number 7 is Annabelle Comes Home. Now, I've noticed that a lot of people really don't like this movie. This movie, to me, had some awesome moon atmosphere. Some of the jump scares were good. And I think this movie is just a fun movie. It's one of the movies, it's the most lighthearted film in the Conjuring universe. That's why I appreciated it, because they did something a little different within the Conjuring universe. And I enjoyed that, and they made everything connect together again and stuff. They brought Patrick Wilson as Ed back. So, and then they brought Farrah Farmiga back as Lorraine. So, yeah, but they wasn't in it a lot because I love the story that they told here. I loved how it was like the night at the museum in the Conjuring universe. And that's what I liked about this film. It's not perfect by any means, but I enjoy this film quite a bit. Alright, so these are the movies that really start getting fantastic. Alright, so coming up number 6 is Insidious Chapter 2. Now, I remember seeing this in theaters a long time ago, like years and years back, and I remember enjoying this film. Because this film, of course, leads off immediately after the first Insidious movie. Kind of like Halloween 1 and 2 did. It's like, you can watch both of these movies back to back. Like, Insidious Chapter 1 and 2. You can watch these movies back to back and they feel like one long movie. That's what it felt like, because this, by tone, feels like the original and everything. So I enjoyed this film a lot. Some good jump scares. Like I said, James Wan is just amazing. Like I said a lot in my videos, James Wan is one of the masterminds of horror. So yeah, Insidious Chapter 2, it had to be at my number 6 because it's very good. Now this is when it starts getting tricky, because these movies are damn near masterpieces in my opinion. Coming up at number 5 is Annabelle Creation. Now David F. Sandberg, he's another OG when it comes to directing, and the tension they kept building and building and building in Annabelle Creation was great, and the mood and atmosphere in this film was awesome. The story was awesome. Yeah, I really love this film. Now, it gets even more tricky, because these next final 4 are so damn good. So damn good. So yeah, coming up number 4 is The Conjuring 3. Now, I freaking love this movie. I love to how, like, of course it's based on a true story, and all, like, the first 2 Conjuring movies of course are, and The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, was absolutely great. The atmosphere was great. This one, they didn't concentrate too much on jump scares. They just concentrate on the story instead of the jump scares, and I kind of appreciate that. There are some jump scares in there that you come to love in the Conjuring universe, but they didn't concentrate on the jump scares too much in this film. The Conjuring 3, very well made. I enjoyed this film a lot. I love that courthouse setting and stuff at times in this film. So yeah, this film definitely is a good movie, in my opinion. Now coming in at my number 3, now we're at my top 3. The more this ranking goes on, the harder the ranking is, because these next 3 are freaking awesome. Now, coming up at number 3 is the original Insidious. Now this movie, when I first saw this movie, it creeped me the hell out, because I haven't seen nothing like it, because movies never scared me that much. And then it was hard for me to find a movie that truly got under my skin, and this movie done that, and that's why this is how I found out who James Wan was. I'm like, who the hell directed this film? James Wan, I looked more into his movies, and then every movie comes out with, I'm just like, I had to watch it, And Insidious is a damn masterpiece in my opinion. This movie, the soundtrack was fucking eerie and scary, and then the jump scares were great because that tension that kept building and building and building. And this movie is pretty much Halloween of the haunted house genre. Instead of a slasher movie genre, it's this is like the Halloween, like Michael Myers of the haunted house type of genre in a way. But yeah, I love this movie. It's a weird comparison, but yeah, I love this movie a lot. Insidious, it had to be in my top 3. Now, coming in, now these 2, oh my god, these 2 was hard to pick between which one. These can change anytime, and a lot of times I put the original at my number 1 most of the time, because that's just how it is. A lot of times the original is a lot better than the sequels, but in this case, the original is at my number 2. Now, this movie was groundbreaking when it first came out. There's even people that even love this, like wasn't even a horror fan, that loved the hell out of this movie. That's how great this movie was. And the jump scares were well done. The mood and atmosphere was well done. And James Wan just knows how to damn make a good ass horror film. And The Conjuring, the original, the OG, would always be one of the greats, one of the greatest horror movies of all time, and it will be held as a classic when years go on, because this film definitely feels like a classic. Now, coming in at number 1 is this is also a fan favorite too, is The Conjuring 2. Now, this is one of the best theater experiences I've ever had in a horror movie. Because I love the look of this film in that theater, the mood and atmosphere within it. Like, in my horror movies, I want mood and atmosphere. Like, a lot of mood and atmosphere, and that's what this movie delivers. And they introduced the freaking nun. The nun was scary as hell, and there's some awesome jump scares. The characters are likable, and that's what I loved about The Conjuring 2. It had everything I wanted in the Conjuring universe movie, and the ending was freaking epic. It had everything I loved about the Conjuring universe is in this movie. The soundtrack is awesome. So yeah, this movie had to be at my number one. I just enjoyed this movie a lot. One of my favorite horror movies of all time is The Conjuring 2. One of my favorites. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, how would y'all rank these The Conjuring and Insidious franchise all together? I'd like to see y'all's comments down below. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe and share. Also hit the bell so you know when the videos uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm out. Peace.